There are 2,464 children on the soccer field. 1,385 of them are girls. How many more girls than boys are there on the soccer field? So I hope you can see immediately that this needs to be a two-part question. So here's part A and part B. Because look, first we can automatically see, we know the number of girls. And we can also see the total number of children. Do you feel a part-whole bar model coming up? Yep, you're absolutely right. But we are missing the number of boys. So let's go ahead and find that out. The answer statement is there are blank boys. I'm just going to write that. It's supposed to be there are blank boys on the soccer field. Okay, so here's the beginning line, and I'll write kids, because that's what this problem is about. And I told you that there are a total number given, 2,464 children on the soccer field. And we can see, because the problem tells us, that 1,385 of them are girls, and we don't know how many boys there are. So let's do our math. I'm going to scoot the screen down just a little bit so you can see the problem being worked out. 2,464 minus 1,385. Now, there were still some of you kids today in class who were saying, oh, I still don't know when to subtract and when to add. And I said, well, look at the unknown number and how small that bar is, and look at the whole number here and how big that number is. You're just trying to find that small portion of this big number. So, of course, it doesn't make sense to add the two numbers together, because then this little bar is going to end up being a huge number, bigger than this one, right? And we don't want that. So that's why you know to to subtract in this problem. Okay, so you can't do 4 minus 5, so let's regroup. 14 ones minus 5 ones would be 9 ones. And you can't do 5 tens minus 8 tens. So 15 minus 8 tens. 7 tens. Oops, excuse me. And then 3 hundreds minus 3 hundreds would be 0 hundreds. And 2,000 minus 1,000 will be 1,000. So there are 1,079 boys. Let's move on to part B. Okay, so now we have a comparison model going on, because look at the problem. It says how many more girls than boys are there on the soccer field. Well, let's write the answer statement here. There are blank more girls than boys. Who or what is the problem about? Of course, it's about girls and boys. Who has more and who has less? Well, it tells you there are more girls than boys. So let's write down the numbers that we know. Boys, we already know, we just found out that there are 1,079 boys. And we know that there are more girls. And we actually know the number of girls. 85, the ending line. Okay, so we need to find out the difference, and it's right here. This little portion right here is the unknown number. So once again, let me ask you, do we add or subtract? Well, look at the very small section right here. it would not make sense to add this number plus this number, would it? Nope. So you know that you will be subtracting 1,385 minus 1,079 to find out the difference between the two numbers. So let's regroup. Okay, 15 ones minus 9 ones would be 6. 7 minus 7 tens, 0. Bring down the 3. So there are 306 more girls than boys. So I hope you can see how we did part A and part B to find out the difference between the two numbers.